Hello everyone, this is Laci and welcome back to another video in which I share how you can utilize the many books that you can find in the BOOKR Class application. So following the Earth Day thread, this episode revolves around the animal kingdom and includes activities that you can use to further extend the scope of discussion based on the book that I've chosen. The inspiration for this video actually came from one of my very recent experiences with a private student of mine who just simply loves animals. So this kid is capable of going well beyond his years if the topic or the new grammatical structure is presented through animals and wildlife. So to put it simply, he really loves animals and he loves to discover the world through these different creatures and the many species that the animal world has to offer. Thus, the book that I've chosen for him is the ABC Zoo, which is to be found at level 4 in the library application. And later on in this video I will also show you some alternatives that you can implement into your own teaching if you need to differentiate between different types of learners. For example, you have students who have lower proficiency levels, then the application can also offer you some options that you can choose from. So let's just jump right into it and see it for yourself how it all went down. At step number 1, we read the book together, which is about a gorilla looking for its place in the zoo. And as its title very well suggests, the ABC Zoo has the animals on display according to alphabetical order. So by the time you get to the end of the story, or by the time you get to the point where the gorilla actually finds its place, you will be able to learn about and introduce lots of extremely rare and even exotic species besides some of the more regularly occurring animal species as well. So after reading the book, we just played around a bit, and let me just tell you what a nice selection of activities the book or this reader comprises of. Besides the grouping task, you can also listen to mini recordings of descriptions, thus improving listening skills. There are tasks to revise vocabulary, but even grammar can be in bits and pieces introduced or reintroduced on the backbone of the different descriptions. For example, you might want to revise comparatives and superlatives, or even just using adjectives to make your English richer and use descriptive language to really make your words pop. So afterwards we did some extension activities that you can also find and read in the document that is attached in a link below in the description box, which have been kind of comprised and compiled by me. So please feel free to use these activities and just experiment with the book and the different opportunities that it offers. As home assignment, I gave my student a project work where, based on the book and the different animals introduced by the book, my student had to put the different species on the corresponding spots or in the corresponding territories on a blind word map that I have drawn for him. You can also find this map, by the way, in the previously mentioned document. Alternatively, you can also find some additional flashcard sets in this application designed for smaller students or students with lower proficiency, and these are also great ways of differentiating between various learners to cater for the needs of mixed ability groups even. For example, what I can recommend for you is Wild Animals, which is a flashcard set at level 2, or even In the Zoo, which is loosely based on the previously introduced book, so the ABC Zoo, but it's a much simpler version that I'm sure everyone will enjoy using and learning from. So based on this experience of mine, what I can highly recommend to all parents and teachers as well is to try to tap into your students' interests and your students' kinds of needs, and also explore the different ways how you can evoke or arouse their interest towards the subject matter. And this is also another great way of using BOOKR Class as an application, because its vast collection of readers and the library itself, I'm sure, includes something for everyone. So once again, you can find all relevant links down below, and if you happen to try any of my ideas or any of my activities, please do let me know how it went for you. And before you leave, here's a question for you. What's your favorite animal story of all time? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you happen to like this video, hit the subscribe button not to miss out on any of our latest releases and the next episode as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. See you in the next video. Goodbye.